Lady Ravens open their Heart of America Athletic Conference schedule tonight, coming off back-to-back non-conference wins in the past 10 days over Bethel College and the College of St. Mary. Benedictine hosts Peru State here tonight after traveling to Peru State to open conference play last season. The Lady Ravens hold a 6-2 advantage over the Lady Bobcats in the previous 8 meetings, which dates back to November of 2007. Going to be quite the exciting game here tonight. Really looking forward to this one. Coming up, the Ravens and the Peru State Bobcats. Taking a quick look more at the Ravens here nationally-wise. They're ranked 22nd in the nation in total steals. They're ranked 23rd in free throw percentage. They also rank 23rd in the nation in three-point field goals made, 54 total for them. They are a dangerous team outside of the arc. And then 25th in the nation in total rebounding offense. They have 371 rebounds. So quite the exciting match coming up here today. The Ravens and the Bobcats, of course, the Benedictine College Ravens here from Ralph Nolan Gymnasium in Atchison, Kansas. The Bobcats and the Ravens coming up. We'll take a quick break again. When we come back, we'll take a look at Peru State, and we'll also have an interview with second-year head coach Joan Albury coming right up after the break here on Big Apple Radio. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here, Peru State and Benedictine set to kick off about 7 minutes and 50 seconds till tip-off here from Atchison, Kansas, Ralph Nolan Gymnasium. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Colton Spearman alongside you here. Let's take a look now at the Peru State Bobcats and see what they bring to the table. They come into this one 1-5 overall. They're 0-3 at home, 1-2 away, so this road game might really help them. Looking to get that second win here. Right now, they're ranked 9th in the NAIA in steals per game. They're ranked 35th with total steals. Stealing is one of their biggest traits here so far. Again, they're ranked 9th in steals per game. They get about 12.5, so it's going to be an exciting game to see what they can do. They're led by Shelby Hess tonight as she averages 14 points, the leading scorer who's active tonight. I say active because Carly Stewart last Monday in the UNO scrimmage went down with an ankle injury. She will not be playing tonight. Coach Albury, though, is hopeful that she will be able to be back in time for their upcoming 2 home games against Evangel and Avoya. However, moving on here with Peru State, they beat Grandview. Pretty much their only win here of this young season as they get ready to start play. One of the big things for them is defense. They need to get better at defense. They actually lost them. They've had quite the hard schedule, ladies and gentlemen, so don't let their record fool you on their talent. They took on second-ranked Morningside to start things off. Then they played Dort and Midland. They played Dort twice and Midland once. Both of those teams receiving votes right now in the top 25. Then they beat Grandview, a team they were supposed to beat. Then they lost to College of St. Mary, a very tough team out of Omaha that was in the Women's National Basketball Tournament last season. So they've had quite the rough schedule up to this point. They haven't played in a real actual game that counted since November 24th. So it's been a little bit over a week since they played in a real game. However, we now earlier today, we were able to talk to second-year head coach Joan Albury and get her thoughts on this upcoming game against the Benedictine Ravens. Here's that interview with Coach Albury. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Colton Spearman here. We are in Atchison, Kansas for this women's game between Peru State and Benedictine. And right now, talking with us is Coach Albury. Coach, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Now, this is your first conference game, and you're going to be without Carly Stewart. What do you need to do today to get out of here with a victory?
Well, we have to increase our guard play. You know, Carly had stepped in and was playing post for us, so that kind of just leaves us shorthanded in the post. So our guards really have to step up. Of course, Benedictine's a pretty guard-oriented team, so we kind of felt like maybe that'll be a pretty good matchup because they start 4 guards and a forward, and we're going to kind of do the same thing. So should be a pretty good matchup, I hope.
Now, you had mentioned that earlier when we had talked, you had mentioned about how this is going to be a game where you're going to kind of gauge your team and see how they rank up or stack up really with the rest of the Heart of America Athletic Conference. Is that still the case, and why is that?
Well, you know, like I said, I told the girls yesterday, you know, this is our, preseason's over. You know, today is when the real season starts. And, I went through and I showed, some of the teams that are in our conference that have, like, really good records. There's 2 teams that are 6-1, that all the teams one of the teams that they played, they all have a record of way below 500. Like, there's a team that's 0-7, a team at 1-6, another team 1-6. And so the teams that they've beaten have been, not challenging. And so we've played some very good competition. So, we were a little disappointed in the way that we played against College St. Mary. Benedictine ended up beating College St. Mary by 10 at their place, and we ended up losing to College St. Mary, at College St. Mary. So, we were a little distraught about, the fact that, they beat them pretty handily and we lost to them. But, I said, look, it's a home court advantage, and we know it's going to be tough, and we've been on the road a lot. So, we're going to see what we're made of. I mean, who's going to step up because, Carly's one of our leading rebounders and one of our leading scorers.
And you guys are just coming off of an exhibition game against UNO. Obviously, it doesn't count against your record. You did lose, but when we had talked about that one as well, you talked about how it could be a little bit of a confidence booster. What did you pull out of that game, and did you walk out of there any more confident?
I think we did, because even with Wayne State as well, we played better defensively. I know it doesn't sound like, especially with Wayne State giving up 97 points, but they're a very, very good team. They were very huge, much bigger than we were. Was a little bit more of our size, and we felt, we felt like we played pretty good defensively, and we played without Carly for a whole half, plus about 5 minutes of the first half. So, they beat Grandview, by 35 points, and we only lost them by 14. And like I said, we were only down 3 with 9 minutes and 13 seconds to go. So we kind of fell off at the end and didn't really, push through and play the full 40-minute game. But we know we have, the ability. We just have to put it all together for the whole entire game.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for joining me. Looking forward to this one. Good luck here today.
Thanks very much.
That was Coach Joan Albury on the Bobcat Radio Network. We'll be right back with tip-off starting here, coming up pretty soon. Colton Spearman for Big Apple Radio.
Who's your team? If they're in Southeast Nebraska, they're on Big Apple News Radio. Coverage of high school football, volleyball, and boys and girls basketball is on Big Apple News Radio 1600, BigAppleRadio.am, and on the Big Apple Radio app. Plus, we'll bring you results from cross country, golf, wrestling, and track. Tune into high school sports this season on Big Apple News Radio 1600.
You need a game plan, a strategy to bring your biggest and best appetite to Valentino's Buffet. It's loaded with all of your favorites, and we're not just talking pizza and pasta. Chicken fingers, mac and cheese, green beans, mashed potatoes, tacos, and salad bar. Now that's just the first plate. They have lots of plates. Use as many as you want. The plan? Get here, tuck your napkin into your shirt, and loosen the drawstring on those comfy pants. Game on. Valentino's Buffet in Nebraska City. More than just pizza.
Bobcat Sports, Big Apple News Radio.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Atchison, Kansas. Ralph Nolan Gym, as we're playing this contest between the Peru State Bobcats and the Benedictine Ravens. I'm Colton Spearman here, live on the call here. Going to be quite an exciting game. We are just about ready for tip-off, but Ralph, let's bring you the starting lineups for Peru State. The visitors, first, a 5'8" senior guard, number 4, Sydney Young. Up next, a 6-foot senior center, number 10, Brittany Harward. 5'7" senior guard, number 11, Shelby Hess. The fourth player, 5'2" junior guard, number 12, Sydney Wilkerson. And then finally, a 5'9" senior forward, number 32, Brianna Madrid. Of course, that starting lineup missing Carly Stewart, as she'll be out for this game. On the other side of things, for the home team, the Benedictine Ravens, 5'4", the first starter, a 5'4" sophomore guard, number 10, Alexa Tapp. Second up, 5'10" junior guard, number 25, Jordan Kramer. The third starter, 5'9" senior guard, number 30, Jackie Zeisel. And then a fourth starter, number 5'11", junior forward, number 33, Jade Reed. And finally, the 5'11", junior forward, number 42, Shayla Rutledge, doing the starting here tonight. Going to be quite the exciting game. We are getting ready to go here, about to do the national anthem. We'll take a break here for the national anthem, and we'll return with keys to the game and tip-off here from Peru State and Benedictine. Going to be an exciting game. Colton Spearman on the call. We'll be right back on Big Apple Radio.
Ever needed a prescription and wondered how you'd pick it up? Moser's U-Save in Nebraska City and Cody's U-Save in Auburn offer the convenience of drive-through windows and in-town delivery right to your front door. Our pharmacists and staff are proud members of our communities and work hard to offer small-town convenience along with fast, friendly service. Stop in, drive up, or have it delivered. You save time and find convenience with your locally owned U-Save pharmacies, Health Mart pharmacies, caring for you and about you.
Think Meyer Arp Auto Center in Auburn and Doug Meyer Chevrolet in Shenandoah when you need a new or reliable pre-owned set of wheels. Buy with confidence knowing all GM certified pre-owned autos that have been through a 172-point vehicle inspection and reconditioning process, giving you that extra peace of mind when purchasing a used car. Shop Meyer Arp Chevrolet East Highway 136 in Auburn and Doug Meyer Chevrolet on South Highway 59 Shenandoah for a great selection of autos you can trust to keep you on the road.
Ever needed a prescription and wondered how you'd pick it up? Moser's U-Save in Nebraska City and Cody's U-Save in Auburn offer the convenience of drive-through windows and in-town delivery right to your front door. Our pharmacists and staff are proud members of our communities and work hard to offer small-town convenience along with fast, friendly service. Stop in, drive up, or have it delivered. You save time and find convenience with your locally owned U-Save pharmacies, Health Mart pharmacies, caring for you and about you.
You might think they just fix and sell tires at Douglas Tire, but wait, there's more. They also rotate your tires and do an alignment. But wait, there's more. At Douglas Tire, you can get your oil changed, brakes repaired, belts checked, and get a tune-up. And that's not all. Need transmission work? Starter giving you trouble? Bring your vehicle to Douglas Tire. Need a cup of coffee while you wait? You know where to go. Douglas Tire, 1315 Central Avenue, Nebraska City.
More Bobcat sports coverage is at BigAppleRadio.am and on the Big Apple Radio app.
Back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Colton Spearman, and we are now ready to tip things off here from Benedictine College. Again, we are in Ralph Nolan Gymnasium here in Atchison, Kansas, about 2 hours south of Peru State. Not the worst bus ride ever, as we are going to bring you great Division I NAIA basketball here on Big Apple Radio. We're going to have the women's game here and then the men's game following the women right after. And we are getting ready now to announce the starting lineups for both teams, and we'll go over those again here. Again, one more time for Peru State. The starters, number 4, Sydney Young. Number 10, Brittany Harward. Number 11, Shelby Hess. Number 12, Sydney Wilkerson. And number 32, Brianna Madrid. And then the other side of things for the home team, the Benedictine Ravens. It's number 10, Alexa Taff. Number 25, Jordan Kramer. Number 30, Jackie Zeisel. Number 33, Jade Reed. And then number 42, Shayla Rutledge. Now let's look at the keys to the game for Peru State. What do they need to do to win this game here today? Well, first key to the game is going to be defense, and it's been Coach Albury. She's been talking about that all season long. They need to play better defense. So far, the Peru State has allowed a lot of points, and I mean a lot. About 90 is their average right now. They've been given about 90 points away, so they're going to have to do a really good job today of trying to contain the Benedictine College defense. Aside from that, they're also going to need to stop the big three for Benedictine. Benedictine has 3 big players that you're going to have to watch out for, and Peru State is definitely going to have to watch out for tonight. They are Rutledge, Zeisel, and Murphy. They all average 10 points a game, and man, are they deadly. And then finally, the third key to the game, you're going to have to fill in for Carly Stewart. She's injured. Peru State needs to find a way to find someone else who can give them some offensive production. It's not going to be Carly tonight, so they're going to have to find someone else to do it. Those are your keys to the game, and we are ready for tip-off, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again, Ralph Nolan Gymnasium. Colton Spearman on the call for you here on Big Apple Radio. Peru State is coming out in their traditional way. They're in their blues, blue top, blue bottom. Numbers are in blue as well, but they're outlined in white. Benedictine, they are in their traditional white home jerseys. The numbers are red, trimmed with black up and down on the sides. It's going to be a great day here. Nice old-fashioned gym. Gets a nice 1960s feel, but they have updated it quite a bit here and there. We are ready for tip-off. And here we go. We get set for tip-off. Going to be taking the tip. Rutledge is going to be taking the tip-off against Madrid, and it's going to be won by Peru State. Harward getting the win on that one. Down here in the corner, that's number 4, Sydney Young with the ball. She passes it up to Shelby Hess. Hess drives inside, dishes it back out to Young. Young with open three. No good off the iron. It's going to be rebounded by Kramer for Benedictine. Kramer's going to take it across the timeline. And we are off and running here within 9:30. 0 is your score. Peru State wins the tip. There's a wide open three by Benedictine. Off the front of the rim, no good. It'll be rebounded by Sydney Young. She's going to dish it off now to Sydney Wilkerson. Wilkerson goes in. She gets blocked. She has to dish it back out to Harward. Harward back out to Wilkerson. Wilkerson trying to put a move on this stingy defense. Benedictine into man-to-man. There's the three-pointer by Shelby. No good. It goes off the rim. Nothing doing. It's going to be rebounded by Kaiser. Giving up to Ziesel. Ziesel brings it across the timeline for Benedictine. Benedictine going right to left on your radio station, on your dial. Peru State going left to right. There's the dish inside. It's going to be picked off by Peru State. Stolen away there, and it's going to be picked up by Shelby Hess. Hess going to bring it across the timeline now. She's guarded by Taff. Here's Wilkerson now. She gives it off to Wilkerson on the side. Wilkerson comes inside, dishes it back out to Young. Young driving into the right side. She puts it up, and no good as it rims out. It's going to be rebounded by Jade Reed for Benedictine. She'll give it off to Taff. Taff back to Reed. Reed over to the left side, outside of the arc to Rutledge. Cross court back to the top of the key to Rutledge. Rutledge dishes out to Ziesel. Back up top to Kramer. Kramer at the top of the key. 7 to shoot on the shot clock. 5 seconds to go. 4. But I think he's still over to 3. 2. She needs to get off. She does. There's the three-pointer. No good. Front of the rim. It's going to be rebounded, though, back by Rutledge. She gets her own rebound. It's going to be picked up by Taff. 18 minutes to go here. Taff still at the top of the key. Still outside. Benedictine working the ball around the perimeter right now. Peru State in the man-to-man. Coach Aubrey screaming for them to get their hands up, and there's going to be a travel on Benedictine, and so Peru State will take over here. Still 0-0, 17:54 to go in this opening half. It's going to be inbounded to Wilkerson. She'll bring it down across the timeline for the Bobcats. Gives it down to Hess. Up top to Madrid. Over to Wilkerson. Wilkerson tries to put a move on Taff. Still messing with her, dishes it outside to Young on top of the arc. Young fakes it going inside the lane. She finally dishes it off to Madrid. Madrid back to Young inside the lane, up off the glass, and it's good. And there's the first basket of the game. Sydney Young there. Nice assist, though, by Brianna Madrid, and it's 2-0 Bobcats. 17:20 to go here. Peru State in a tight man-to-man defense. This is Ziesel. Ziesel goes up the left side of the lane, up, and she's fouled. No basket. It drops out, but she will go to the line. As that foul is going to be on Sydney Young, her first personal, team first for Sydney. So heading to the line to shoot 2 now is going to be Ziesel. Jackie Ziesel, first one is good, 2-1 with 17:12 to go. She'll shoot one more. She gets ready to go here. Her second is away. That's a high arcing shot. And that'll no good. It rolls off to the right side. It's going to be rebounded by Hess. Hess gives it to Wilkerson, who pushes it really quickly up top of the floor. She gives it to Young. Young outside the perimeter on the far right side. Gives it up top to Harward. Back to Young. Young on the far side outside of the key. Gives it to Hess. Hess still way down in the corner. She moves around. She's going to dish to Wilkerson. Wilkerson still at the top of the arc. She drives into the right side. Dishes out to wide open Young for another three. Yes, count it. Three-pointer good by Sydney Young. She has all of Peru State's 5 points right now. 5-1 early in this first half. 5-1, 16:30 to go. Benedictine works it inside, and that's good. Shot good there by Shayla Rutledge as she got it inside. She got the dish inside from Kramer, who gets the assist there. And Rutledge, she's going to bring it down across the timeline, gives it to Hess. Hess up top to Madrid. Madrid over the corner now to Wilkerson. Wilkerson fakes the shot. Passes it back to Young. Young at the top of the arc for three. Yes, she's on fire right now. She's made 3 shots in a row. Sydney Young for 3, and it's 8-3 now as Young has all of Peru State's 8 points. 8-3 with 16 minutes to go. Peru State brings it back down. Taff for Benedictine. Gives it up top to Kramer. Kramer down to the corner to Reed. Reed back up top to Taff. Taff to the corner now to Rutledge. Rutledge fakes the shot. She's going to give it back up to Taff up top. So you have 6 seconds to go. She takes the shot with 6 on the shot clock. Way off the mark. It hits the glass, but it's about 2 feet outside of the shot. I don't know what she was doing shooting that one if she's not that accurate. Get picked up by Peru State over to Hess. Hess to a wide open Sydney Young again. Sydney Young nails the 3. It's 11-3. Sydney Young with 11 points. She has come out on fire, ladies and gentlemen. As Benedictine's going to take a 30-second timeout. They score 11-3 with 15:29, and how about that? Right out of the gate, it is 11-3. Sydney Young for Peru State has scored all 11 points off of 3 3-pointers that she's made and a nice field jumper as well. She's perfect from beyond the arc right now, going 3 for 3. She also has 1 nice field goal from the little assist that she got from Madrid. But wow, you want to talk about a fast start for Peru State. 11-3, that's exactly what they needed. They needed someone to fill in for Carly Stewart, and that's what they found right now in Sydney Young, it looks like. When she gets that wide open look, she has not missed it yet. She's 4 for 4 here tonight. 15:29 to go in this opening half. Off of the timeout. 1 foul for Peru State, none for Benedictine. It's going to be Taff bringing it across the timeline for Peru State, for Benedictine, excuse me. Of course, they're moving right to left. Taff tries to come inside. It's going to get knocked out by Madrid. It's still going to be Benedictine ball. And there's the inbound by Benedictine. The shot up, no good. It's going to go off the top. It'll be out of bounds. It'll be Peru State ball. Somebody getting number 4 for Benedictine. Jordan Kloster. Peru State brings it down. There's a fast break there. There's a pass to Sydney Young. Sydney Young up, and it's going to be blocked by Jordan Kloster. So she makes time of her first minutes here. She blocks Sydney Young, and that's her first miss. 11-3 here still, 14:45. Here's a wide open shot by Zeisel. That's off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Madrid. She'll give it off to Sydney Young, who has all 11 points here so far. She dishes it to Wilkerson. Wilkerson driving inside the lane. She puts it up, a finger roll, no good. Rebounded by Hess. Hess dishes it back out to Young up top of the key. Wilkerson outside of the arc. She's going to drive in, and she gets fouled. She'll head to the line to shoot 2. That foul is on number 31. First team foul for Benedictine. Number 21, Villegas, who has subbed in. Lexi Villegas. She has her first foul. And that's going to go out of bounds as that pass in came off of the foot. 14-26, 11-3, your score. Benedictine's going to be doing the inbounding. Also now into the game for Benedictine, number 3, Claire Padula. Here's Padula. Guarded by Young. She stayed with her the whole way. Just crosses the timeline now. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Padula to Kloster. In the corner. There's still time. 10 seconds. Shelby Hess in her face, and that's a 10-second violation. It's a 5-second violation. She held the ball too long. She was too guarded. The rule is if you're guarded and if you're being defended heavily and you hold the ball for too long, it's a turnover. That's exactly what happened. 14 minutes to go, 11-3. Peru State pushing the ball up really quickly. They find a wide open Hess. Hess dishes it to... She falls. Hess on the baseline. She has fallen now. Peru State has gone for it. It's going to be ripped away. Stolen by Lexi Villegas. She's going to take it down. She'll stop, and she'll slow it down for Benedictine as she dumps it off to Padula. Padula cross court to Kloster for a wide open 3. That's an air ball picked up by Peru State. Rebounded by Hayward. There's a wide open 3 from Shelby Hess. That one up and rims out. No good. It was on target, but It bounced out. It's going to be picked up by Villegas, who's going to dish it forward to Padula. Padula puts up the field goal. It's good. 5-11 now. Your scores. Padula gets her first 2 points of this game. 11-5, your score. Peru State with the lead. Wilkerson, she's double teamed. She's going to dish it out to Young. Can't pick it up. It goes through her hands, and it's going to be a turnover there on the pressures. We'll have some subs again here, subbing back in. Subbing in for Benedictine, number 20, Marissa Rich. She gets her first minutes. And for Peru State, subbing in, Heather Breck, number 5. 18 to go on the shot clock. Coming inside, and that's going to go up and miss. That one off the mark, and it's going to be rebounded by Peru State. That miss was by number 35, Allison Wallish. Here's Wilkerson for Peru State. Dishes it inside, stolen away by Villegas. Villegas brings it back for Peru State. 12:36 to go here. It's a very quick first quarter. 11-5. First half, excuse me. Is that going to come inside? It'll go off of Brittany Harward, who got a finger on it. Also subbing in for Peru State, Madera Lori, excuse me. And again, Heather Breck. Beak, excuse me. 10 to go on the shot clock for Benedictine. They inbound it here. Here is Closter. Closter puts it up on the right side. That's going to go way off the top right part of the backboard, so it's going to be called out of bounds. Peru State will get the ball. As subbing back in will be Rutledge for Benedictine in place of Wallish. And also come back in is Kramer in place of Cluster. Benedictine going to be in a full court press here with 12:14 to go. 11-5, Peru State with a 6-point lead. Wilkerson dishing it back and forth to Breek. Breek with the shot for 3 off the mark and no good. It'll be rebounded by Kramer. Kramer picks it up for Benedictine. She passes it forward to Padula. Padula inside. Dishes it back out. There's a wide open 3-bomb. No good. That shot there missed by Lexi Villegas. Wilkerson for Peru State will bring it across the timeline now. This is it inside. Tried the backdoor cut, but no good for Peru State. It goes out of bounds. That was off of Beagle. Heather. She's number 5. Heather Breek. It's going to be inside, stolen away by Peru State here with 11:22. It's going to be stolen by Lori. Lori to Breek. Breek under the basket. She passes it back to Lori. Lori gives it to Harward. Here's a wide open Breek for 3. No good off the front of the rim. It took a bounce and was rebounded by Rich for Benedictine. As they pass it forward, and there's Rutledge on the basket. 11-7 now your score as we near the halfway mark of this opening half. 10:55 to go here. Wilkerson, she's double teamed. Just crossing the timeline. It's going to be stolen away by Villegas for Benedictine. Villegas coming inside, but it's going to be stolen away again by Wilkerson. Wilkerson pushing forward. She gives it off to Madison Pearson, who subs in. Up top to the key. That 3 is up. No good off the front of the rim. Shot missed there by Lori. Lori. Breek. Back to Lori. Coming inside to Harwood. She finds a wide open Wilkerson. Wilkerson coming on the right side of the lane. She stops. She holds. She can't do anything with it. She's double teamed. She's going to dish it back away. On the drive here. Coming inside is Peterson, but she gets knocked away. No good. And there's a wide open look for Harwood, who puts it up and in. And Harwood gets on the board for the first time tonight here as it's 13-7 now with 10 minutes to go. Benedictine, he's across the timeline. 9:55 to go here in this opening first half. Coming inside, Peru State, nothing doing. It's going to be picked off by Wilkerson. Wilkerson brings it down. She slows it down, and she'll let her offense come down to set things up. However, she's going to drive into the left side. She puts it up with a finger roll. It's up and good. Wilkerson for 2, 15-7 now, and there's a timeout by Benedictine. We'll see if this is a full timeout. or it is a full timeout. So we'll take a quick break here on Big Apple Radio. When we return, more action, Peru State and Benedictine coming up here. We'll be right back.
Methodist Jenny Edmondson in Council Bluffs is happy to partner with Big Apple Radio and all of Southwest Iowa this holiday season as the love tree continues to grow. Have a safe and joyous season of giving from your friends at Methodist Jenny Edmondson.
There's no place like home.
Getting home safely is just a click away. Find the right seat for your little one's age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat for more information. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Now, back to more Peru State sports on Big Apple News Radio.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 9:39 to go here in this opening first half. Colton Spearman on the call here for you for Big Apple Radio from Ralph Nolan Gymnasium on the beautiful campus of Benedictine College here in Atchison, Kansas. Peru State, Benedictine. Peru State up 15-7 right now with 9:39 to go in this first half. Right now, it has been all Peru State, and for Peru State, it's been all Sydney Young. She has 11 points. She was perfect at first, going 4 for 4, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc and a jumper. Since then, she's taken a couple more shots. She's 4 of 7 from the field, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. She has 11 points. Sydney Wilkerson has 2 points right now, and Brittany Harward has 2, and that gets them 15. And on the other side, Shayla Rutledge has 4 points, Claire Padula has 2, and Jackie Zeisel has 1 as Benedictine on the inbound. So here we go. Starters back in. Here's Rutledge down low. She puts a move up. No good off the glass. It's going to be rebounded by Peru State. Here's Harward. Harward on fast break. She slows things down. She'll dump it off to Lori. Lori inside to Madrid. Madrid tries to drive inside. Nothing doing. She dumps it back out to Peterson outside of the arc. Peterson drives into the right side of the lane. She's in the paint. She goes up. She's going to travel. And it'll be a turnover. Benedictine ball with 9:07 to go here. 15-7, still your score. Peru State on top of the Ravens of Benedictine. There's the inbound. Taken across the timeline is Taff for Benedictine. Taff over to the left side to Rich. Rich to the corner, outside of the arc. We'll give it to Reed. Reed comes inside to Rutledge. There's a whistle there. Basket will not count. 15-7, 8:52. That foul. Is we're going to get a sub here for Peru State. Fouls on number 32. That is Madrid. First personal foul, second team foul for Peru State. As Benedictine will inbound from the baseline. There's the baseline inbound, a wide open Rutledge down low. Excuse me, that was actually a wide open Reed as she gets her first 2 points, 15-9 now with 8:45. Bringing it down really quickly is Shelby Hess. She's walking across that baseline there. She's going to dump it back outside now. Coming inside is Bank. Up and in. She gets her first 2 points here as Breek goes up and in. She came in from the left side of the lane. She gets 2 points, 17-9 now with 8:25 to go. Here's Taff. Top of the key. She fakes a couple passes. She comes right up to center up on Kramer. Kramer with the ball. 15 to go on the shot clock. Back to Taff. Down into the corner to Reed. Reed drives in on the baseline. She goes up. She's fouled. And she'll head to the line as that's Peru State's third team foul. That one is on number 11, Shelby Hess. That's her first personal. Again, team third foul with 8:11. Shooting 2 will be Kramer. Reed, her first is good as Wilkerson is going to sub back in for Peru State. She'll come in for Breek. So back in now is Wilkerson. Second shot away and good. 17-11. Your score here from Benedictine College. Peru State on top with 8 minutes to go. And there's the loss there as Lori lost the ball, and it's going to be taken away by Benedictine down in Peru State territory. So bringing it across the timeline is Taff again. Again, Benedictine going right to left. Colton Spearman here live on the call. There's Reed. Dumps it. Cross-court pass. Over to Taff. Taff inside to Reed. Reed makes a move. Goes up and under. Up and in off the back of the glass. 13-17 as Benedictine now is closing in on this Bobcat lead. They only have a 4-point lead now, 17-13. Wilkerson for Peru State. She dumps it off to Lori, who comes inside to Madrid. Madrid tries to put a move up and in. No good. Sydney Young on the rebound, though. There's Lori Dishes off to Madrid, down on the baseline jumper, no good, and it's going to be picked up by Lori. Lori with the rebound. Peru State still with the ball. Wilkerson tries to juke Taft out. She comes down to the left side of the lane. She dishes it back up to the top of the arc. And there's going to be a foul on Benedictine. That foul is going to be on number 33, Jade Reed. First personal, team second foul. Coming back in is Brittany Harward in place of Lori. All 5 starters from Purdue State back out on the floor. Same with Benedictine. Wilkerson doing the inbounding for Peru State on the baseline. 30 to shoot on the shot clock. 7 minutes to go here in this first half. There's the dish outside to Young. Young with the shot. That's off the mark. It was on target, but way over put. Too much power behind that one, and it's going to be a Benedictine ball. They bring it down coast to coast, going up, and there's a travel by Benedictine. Travels on Kramer for Benedictine. It'll be a turnover for Benedictine. Peru State ball, 6:55 to go, 17-13. Peru State with the slight advantage over the Ravens. It's a nice gym that we're in, Ralph Nolan Gymnasium. Really reminds you of the 60s. They have done a lot of updates to it, though, so it looks pretty nice. Old-timey feel with a lot of new amenities. Coming inside, Brittany Hayward. She goes up and in. Young gets the assist on that one as she had it on the outside of the key, dumped it inside. And there's 2 for her. 19-13 your score with 6:30 to go. Taft comes into the right side of the lane for the Ravens. She's going to dump it back out to the top of the arc, and there's an open shot. It's good, and she's going to have a chance for a 4-point play. As Zeisel took the shot, she was fouled by Peru State, so she's going to go to the line for the rare 4-point play as Sydney Young picks up the foul there, her first personal, 4th team foul. Score 19-13 now, and Zeisel has a chance to bring it within 2. Can she get the 4-point play? It's up. It's no good, so she does not. She gets 3, though. 19-13. It's going to be rebounded by Harward. She gives it to Wilkerson, brings it across the timeline. Wilkerson to Sydney Young on the far side, outside of the arc. Wilkerson inside, stolen away by Rutledge. Rutledge's going to hand it off to Taft. Taft across the timeline for the Ravens, and there's a wide open Kramer. She's going to dish it up, though, off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Zeisel. Zeisel tries to put a move, but she'll dish it back out to Reed. He gives it back to Zeisel. Over to Taft. Taft coming in. There's the 20-footer. No good off the back of the iron. It's going to be rebounded by Brittany Harwood, but she can't reel it in. It goes off of her leg and out of bounds. So Benedictine will retain possession here. 19-16. Your score, Peru State on top by 3. 5:48 to go in this opening half. Taft's going to inbound for Benedictine. She'll find Kramer. Kramer inside to Rutledge. Rutledge goes left, then right up off the glass and good. So Benedictine now brings the deficit to just 1 in 19-18. Peru State with the 1-point advantage. Hess comes inside to Harward. There's going to be off the ball foul, so it'll be inbound for Peru State on the baseline. Foul's going to be on Rutledge, number 42. Her first personal, second team foul. Number 21, Alexis Villegas, coming back in for the Ravens now as she subs in for Zeisel. Here's Young. She's outside the arc, gives it to Wilkerson on the far side. Wilkerson drives in. She tries to dish it off to Shelby Hess, but it gets knocked away, but she picks up her own loose ball. She's going to find a wide open Hess for 3. No good. Rebounded by Rutledge under the glass. Rutledge going to take it off now to Taft. Taft pushes it up quickly. She's outside the arc. She dishes it down low, and there's going to be a foul on Peru State as they dish it off to Taft. Taft tried to drive in, and Sydney Young tripped her on accident, obviously, but now already Sydney Young has 3 fouls, team foul number 5. So Coach Albury has no choice but to sit Sydney Young, who has 11 points, who had a really hot start here. She'll now have to go to the bench to make sure that she can use her in the second half. Subbing in for her will be Breek. Benedictine shot off the mark. Rutledge picks it up. She goes up with it, no good. Dishes it out to Taft. Inside to Rutledge. Rutledge goes up. She's fouled, and she will head to the line. Peru State doing a lot of fouling right now. Foul is on Brittany Harwood, number 10. she'll take a seat as Rutledge goes to the bench now. Peru State with 16 fouls. Picking up that foul. As Rutledge's first is away and no good off the right side. The foul was on Madrid, her first personal. Thank you for listening to this game. Big Apple Radio here, KNCY, 1600 AM, 107.7 in Plattsmouth, 105.9 as well. Thank you so much for joining us here on Big Apple Radio. Colton Spearman on the call here on KNCY. 19-19 is the score. 4:40 to go in this half. Peru State got out to an 11-2 lead and let it kind of sink ever since, and now it's 19-all. Peru State with the ball. They have 10 on the shot clock. Going inside to Madrid. Madrid shot up, no good. Rebounded by Rutledge. Rutledge is going to dish it off to Padula, who subs back in. Padula takes the three right away off the back of the iron. No good. There's going to be an over-the-bat call by Benedictine. That foul is going to be on Rutledge, her second personal. Team fourth foul. So Rutledge now is going to get a breather. Subbing in for her, number 40, Caitlin Mercer. Wilkerson is going to bring the ball down the timeline for Peru State. She dishes it to Hess. Off the top of the key, she sets a pick. Hess, she's trapped. She takes the shot. That's a very awkward shot. She was guarded heavily. I don't know why she decided to shoot that one, but it's going to be rebounded by Villegas. Villegas pushes forward into Mercer. Mercer goes up, and her first shot is good, and now Benedictine takes the lead for the first time here tonight. 21-19 with 3:50, and a very frustrated Coach Albury is going to call a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. 21-19, your score. Again, like I said, it was 11-4 to start things off here. Sydney Young scoring all 11 points, but now Sydney Young has gotten herself into some foul trouble. She has 3 already with 3:50 to go in this opening half. She's going to be saved for that second half for sure. Doubt if she gets any extra playing time here tonight. Been a great game so far. Colton Spearman here alongside with you here in Atchison, Kansas on the beautiful campus of Benedictine College. It is quite the nice college. It is my second time here. I filled in for Doc for football one time. Was able to come down here for a nice Saturday afternoon game. But nice arena they have here, Ralph Nolan Gymnasium. 21-19, Benedictine on top of Peru State right now. Scoring leader in this one still Sydney Young with 11 points, though she is on the bench. Right now, leading scorer is Rutledge for Benedictine with 7. We get back into action here. Peru State with the ball. Wilkerson coming inside to Harwood. Back out to Wilkerson on top of the arc. She puts a move. She drives into the center of the lane. She's going to dish it back out to Beek. Hits good. Breek with a three-pointer. 22-21 as she knocks down her 5th point of the night. 22-21 now after that three-pointer by Breek. 20 on the shot clock for Benedictine. Here's Zeisel. Outside to Mercer. Mercer dishes it out to Padula. Padula left side of the lane. She goes up off the glass and good. 23-22. We're going to be trading leads back and forth here a little bit. Breek, she's going to drive in and she'll be fouled as she was heading to the basket in a hurry. That foul is going to be on Padula. First personal, 15th foul now. As Jordan Kloster will sub in for Kramer. 23-22 with 2:57. Peru State on the baseline inbound. Wilkerson doing the inbounding. She's on the far side baseline. She throws it in. She'll find Breek. Breek to Wilkerson for a wide open 3. She fakes the shot. She drives in. Right under the basket. She makes a move. Tries to dish it off to Harwood. Looked a little too beautiful. It was picked off, though, by Zeisel. Zeisel takes it down coast to coast. She stops. She spins. She goes up with the right, and it's in. 25-22. Benedictine now with a 3-point lead with 2:30. Here's Wilkerson, the far side of the key. She's trapped. She's looking for an option. She needs to get it away, and she does to Harwood. Harwood dishes it inside to Madrid, who is up and in, and Madrid gets it to go 25-24. Peru State now with a 1-point lead with 2:10 to go. Benedictine gets down in a hurry. 20 on the shot clock for them. Here's Zeiler to Padula. Padula on top of the arc. She'll drive into the right side of the lane. She goes up. She's not fouled, and she loses the ball. It's going to be picked off by Harward. Harward picks up the loose ball. She's going to give it off to Wilkerson, who is the orchestrator in this offense. The director, if you will. The quarterback. She still has time. She drives to the left side of the lane. She goes up with it off the glass. No good. It's going to be rebounded by Mercer for Benedictine. Mercer tries to lead Padula, but she led her too far as it goes out of bounds. As we'll get some subs here for Peru State. Coming back in will be Peterson in place of Harward. She'll get another rest. And Reed will come back out on the floor for Benedictine, along with Taft. 25-24 with 1:35 to go here in this opening half. It's been quite the exciting opening half. Peru State with the 1-point lead. Benedictine with the 1-point lead. Here's Breek, though, for the three off the front of the rim. No good, and there's actually going to be a foul on Peru State as Peterson went up and was a little too grabby there. So that's going to actually put Benedictine in the bonus, as that's the 7th team foul. Reed on the line for the Ravens. Just go 1-1. Getting the foul on that one was Harward, her first. That one off the mark, so it's going to be picked up, and we're back into play. 1:20 to go as Taft has the ball up top for Benedictine. It was rebounded by Reed. Here's a wide open long two. That's just a 2-pointer. It was almost a 3-pointer by Zeisel. She would have taken one step back. It would have been a 3, but she knocks down the 2, 27-24. Benedictine with the 3-point lead with 1 minute to go here in this opening half. Here's Hess. Guarded heavily by Zeisel. She fakes the shot. She goes up with her left, the left side of the lane, up and good. And Shelby Hess gets it to fall. And so she gets her first basket of the night here, 26-27. 45 seconds to go. Benedictine with a 1-point lead. Zeisel, top of the key. She dishes it to Taft to the right side. Still top right side of the key. Moving the ball around the perimeter. 15 to shoot. 30 seconds in the game clock. 10 to shoot. Here's Taft. Taft calling for a pick. She'll go up the left side. That's off of the pick. She dips it back to Mercer. 4 to shoot. 3 to shoot. To the corner. 2 to shoot. 1. Can she get it off? She does get it off, and it will be no good. Rebounded by Peru State. They have 17 seconds to go. Game clock is off. They're going to pass it way forward, and it's going to be out of bounds on Peru State. I don't know about that one. They're going to say it was out of bounds on Shelby Hess. They're actually going to get a foul on her, too, for a push. I don't think that was a push at all. She just lost her footing. And so did Taft, but they'll get her for the push. 8th team foul. They should be in the 1-1. The refs are having them inbounded on the baseline, but Benedictine is in the 1-1. So, looking to see, the refs are going to explain things to the coach. They're still giving him a foul, but they're going to inbound it. Interesting. I've never seen that before in the 1-1, but that's okay. 8 seconds to go in this game. Taft with the ball for Benedictine. They have a 1-point lead, 27-26. She goes to the baseline. She dishes it out. 3 seconds to go. Mercer puts up the final shot off the rim. It's up and it's good at the buzzer. Mercer gets the buzzer shot to go. 29-26. Your score. Benedictine leads Peru State, as that was a nice, exciting first half here. 29-26. It started off 11-4. Peru State got out to a hot start with Sydney Young, who scores 11 points. But at the end of this first half, 29-26 your score. The home Benedictine Ravens on top of Peru State. We'll take a break right now, and we'll come back and have some stats for you. But right now, we'll take a break here on Big Apple Radio. Your score again, Peru State 26, Benedictine 29. We'll be right back on Big Apple Radio.
You might think they just fix and sell tires at Douglas Tire, but wait, there's more. They also rotate your tires and do an alignment. But wait, there's more. At Douglas Tire, you can get your oil changed, brakes repaired, belts checked, and get a tune-up. And that's not all. Need transmission work? Starter giving you trouble? Bring your vehicle to Douglas Tire. Need a cup of coffee while you wait? You know where to go. Douglas Tire, 1315 Central Avenue, Nebraska City.
Burr Farms Machinery would like to wish you and your family a great holiday season and thank you for the opportunity to do business with you. We strive to provide you with a large variety of quality, well-maintained rental equipment that allows you to do jobs faster and, above all, safely, allowing you extra time with your family and friends during the holidays and throughout all 4 seasons. Burr Farms Machinery, west of Dunbar on Highway 2. Season's greetings from all of us to you.
'Tis the season for giving. Big Apple Radio is teaming up with Mills County Love Tree this Christmas season. Join Big Apple Radio live this Thursday in downtown Glenwood in front of the Gridiron Garage and Kenco Chiropractic to pack the Barrett Auto Center truck with toys, personal hygiene items, and clothes. Help the less fortunate children in Mills County with Big Apple News Radio.
Ever needed a prescription and wonder how you'd pick it up? Mosher's You Save in Nebraska City and Cody's You Save in Auburn offer the convenience of drive-through windows and in-town delivery right to your front door. Our pharmacists and staff are proud members of our communities and work hard to offer small-town convenience along with fast, friendly service. Stop in, drive up, or have it delivered. You save time and find convenience with your locally owned You Save pharmacies, Health Mart pharmacies, caring for you and about you.
Hi folks, I'm John Baylor. Do you have a child in high school? You're worried about college? Not sure how you can afford it? We help you. It's the John Baylor Prep Show. We help parents and schools turn those children into college graduates with minimal debt. It can be a little complicated, doesn't have to be. We'll show you how right here. Weekends for 1 hour. It's the John Baylor Prep Show.
Hey folks, it's Andy. Join John Baylor for the John Baylor Prep Show, Sunday from 6 till 7, right here on Big Apple News Radio.
Vanderveen and Garacki is proud to be celebrating their 15th year of business, serving Nebraska City, Plattsmouth, and the surrounding communities. Vanderveen and Garacki realized the importance of a strong community and know they could not have reached this milestone without the support of all of you. Vanderveen and Garacki is focused on providing you with sound tax and accounting solutions. It has been their pleasure to work closely with you, and they look forward to serving your needs for another 15 years and beyond. A sincere thank you from Vanderveen and Garacki, where everything adds up.
As veterans, we committed to protect our country. Sometimes we forget that the biggest challenge can be asking for support. Call the Veterans Crisis Line at 1-800-273-8255 and press 1. It matters.
Welcome to the Peru State College Halftime Show on Big Apple News Radio.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Colton Spearman here in Atchison, Kansas, for tonight's game between the Benedictine Ravens and the Peru State Bobcats. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to have you along with us. The score right now, 29-26 at half. Benedictine with the slight 3-point lead right now over Peru State. Let's look at some stats here from the first half, see how things went. For the visiting Peru State Bobcats, they are 11 of 30 from the field right now, shooting 36% from beyond the arc. 33% going 4 of 12, as 3 of those are from Sydney Young and her amazing shooting. Rebounding-wise, Benedictine out-rebounding Peru State just by 1, 20-15. Peru State, 7 assists, 4 steals, 10 turnovers, 1 block, and 8 team fouls. For Benedictine, they're shooting 41% from the field, 12 of 29. They're only 11% though from beyond the arc, going 1 of 9 so far. From the charity stripe, they're 50%, 4 of 8 right now, and they've had 20 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 steals, 8 turnovers, 2 blocks, and 5 team fouls. Individually here for some players, we'll start with Peru State's leading scorer in the game right now is Sydney Young. She has 11 points, and she got those 11 points right at the beginning of the game. She scored the first 11 for Peru State, going 4 for 4. Her first one was a nice layup for 2, and then the next 3 were 3-pointers in a row, and she was stroking it on fire. But other than that, Heather Breek has 5 points. Brittany Harward has 4 points. Shelby Hess, Sydney Wilkerson, Brianna Madrid all have 2 points. And for Benedictine right now, Shayla Rutledge, the leading scorer, with 7 points. Jade Reed right behind her with 6. Caitlin Mercer has 4. Claire Padula has 4. And actually Jackie Zeisel with 8. So Jackie Zeisel leads Benedictine with 8 points here total on the night. Rebounding leader right now, Rutledge with 6 and Harward with 6, so they're both tied. Wilkerson leads in assists right now with 4. Tapp has 3 for Benedictine. That's the leader for the Ravens. Bench scoring right now, Peru State 5 points off the bench, 8 points off the bench for Benedictine. 12 points in the paint for Benedictine, while 10 for Peru State. 8 points off the turnover apiece for both schools. That's going to do it for our stats pretty much here for this first half. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have our Bobcat player profile. We'll take another break, and we'll have the Bobcat Buzz coming up, and then we'll review the first half stats once again. But we'll take a break here right now on Big Apple Radio. Again, your score at half with 9 minutes to go until the second half. 29-26, Benedictine on top of Peru State.
For an athlete, it's about more than just shoes. Brown Shoe knows it's about the total package, and they got you covered from head to toe. Under Armour headbands, t-shirts and shorts, sports bags, Nike Elite socks in all the hottest colors, and shoes in all your favorite brands. Nike, Converse, Adidas, Asics, K-Swiss, Under Armour, Brooks, and New Balance. Whatever your sport, get your game on and gear up at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Nebraska City. The best place to be for the big game is Bing Sports Bar in Nebraska City. Head on down for happy hour Monday through Saturday from 3 until 6 and grab a delicious homemade one-topping pizza for just $11 and get a 2 or more topping pizza for $12. Bing Sports Bar, downtown Nebraska City.
Welcome to the Peru State College Halftime Show on Big Apple News Radio.
Hello, my name is Zach Mushel with the Bobcat Athlete of the Week. I have Ryan Kirby here, a sophomore volleyball player. Ryan, where are you from? What's your major, and what were your goals this last season for volleyball?
I'm from Gretna, Nebraska. I'm a biology major, and my goals for this last season were to make it to the conference tournament, and we did that. Unfortunately, we didn't make it past the first round, but I still got 2 more years, so that's all right.
That's awesome. So how did the tournament go for you guys? Was it a good experience? I know it was a first-round exit, but did you do a lot of things to prepare for it or anything different?
We did do a lot to prepare for it, and it just didn't happen to go our way. We could have played better probably, but that's just how it goes.
What is your role on the team? Do you have a specific role, or do they just put you in anywhere in the rotation, or how does that work?
For most of the season, I was one of the starting outsides, and then for that last conference game, they switched me to right side because they thought that's what would help the team for the most part. So,
how are the practices like? What drills do you guys usually do, or take me through like a normal day of practice for you guys?
Normal day of practice. It gets pretty intense sometimes. We just warm up at the beginning, and then we usually do a couple like skill drills and like focus on what we need to do to beat the next team that we're going to play, and then towards the end we usually scrimmage a lot, and it gets pretty intense.
Yeah. I know the off season is coming up. Do you guys have any specific things you do for the off season too, or anything in the summer like summer lifting or programs that they have you guys do?
Yeah, in the off season we already started doing lifting this week, and we just got done a week ago. And then once we get back from Christmas break, it'll get a lot more into it, and we'll have conditioning and weights, and we'll have individual practices and stuff like that. And then once summer hits, we'll have a specific workout that we're supposed to do, so when we come back in the fall, we'll be ready to go.
Do you have any personal goals for yourself next season, or maybe some team goals for you guys next season?
Yeah, for personal goals, I would love to make first team all conference. I made second team this year, so that'd be really cool. And for team goals, I definitely want to make it past the first round in the conference tournament and go on from there.
Who's your biggest influence on the volleyball court when you play?
Honestly, I'm probably my biggest influence because I'm not supposed to be alive. I'm not supposed to be walking, really. So it's kind of a big motivation that I still get to do what I love. So.
Well, what do you mean you're not supposed to be alive or walking?
My end of my sophomore year in high school, I was in a car accident and I was ejected from the vehicle. And so I flew like 75 feet and I broke both of my hips. I was supposed to be, they didn't think I'd be able to walk. I was supposed to be paralyzed. They told me multiple times I was supposed to be dead. So it's kind of just awesome that I'm even here. So
that is amazing. Glad you made it out. What is the outlook for the team going into next season?
For next season, we're supposed to get some pretty good recruits, so I think that next season is going to be even better than this season. This one was the best one that Peru has had in forever, I'm pretty sure.
Now, I know you're a sophomore. Are you still trying to get adjusted to being an athlete and a student at the same time, or is it going kind of well for you right now?
Well, now it's going pretty well. Last year at my other school that I went to, it was kind of a struggle at first because my bed, class. I'd rather stay in bed. But this year I've gotten it together pretty well, so this year's going well.
This has been Zach Mushel with the Bobcat Athlete of the Week. Thank you, Ryan, for the interview. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
School is back in session and fall sports are in full swing. Your life is busy and it's easy to forget about our health. Vision is an important part of health, and poor vision can affect performance in the classroom and on the court or field. Lifetime Vision Center suggests eye exams on a regular basis, and the start of school and school activities is a great time to rule out any problems with vision affecting your child's performance in activities and, most important, the classroom. Put healthy eyes first and contact Lifetime Vision Center in Auburn.
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency, who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information. A public service announcement brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Welcome to the Peru State College Halftime Show on Big Apple News Radio.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Big Apple Radio, 1600 KNCY, bringing you this live action game between Benedictine and Peru State. I'm Colton Spearman here, and we're live in the Ralph Nolan Gymnasium here for Benedictine and Peru State. Benedictine with the slight lead, 29-26. We got off to a great start here at the game. Shelby Young for Peru State scored 11 straight points. And then halfway through the first half, she had some foul trouble. She has 3 fouls right now, so Joan Albury was supposed to take her out. So she had to take a seat. Had she stayed in, who knows how many points she'd have right now. We have about 2:30 to go until game time here. Again, leading scorer, Sydney Young right now with 11 points. Your leading scorer for Benedictine is Zeisel. She has 8 points. Field goal-wise, team stats again, Peru State shooting 36% from the field, 33% beyond the arc. Benedictine shooting 41% from the field and 11% beyond the arc. We're going to take one more break here from the College of Benedictine's campus here. 2 minutes to go until the start of the second half. Colton Spearman on the call here on Big Apple Radio, 29-26. Benedictine on top of Peru State. We'll be right back here on Big Apple Radio.
At Mosier's U-Save in Nebraska City and Cody's U-Save in Auburn, you have always been able to count on fast, quality service and a friendly staff to answer your questions. Now take advantage of our ability to quickly sort through Medicare Part D plans to help you choose the plan that's right for you. During the open enrollment period, October 15th through December 7th, learn about the growing number of plans that list U-Save as their preferred pharmacy, saving you money on your copays. For your free Part D plan comparison, stop by your locally owned U-Save pharmacy with your Medicare card and medication list. We'll handle the rest. We're Health Mart Pharmacies, caring for you and about you.
How many times are your kids asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? No matter what the answer, a college education will likely play a big part. Statistics show that children who grow up with savings accounts are 6 times more likely to attend college. At Arbor Bank, we offer starter savings accounts for kids under the age of 20. Savings accounts are a great way to get them headed down the right path. It's never too early to start saving for the future at Arbor Bank. Arbor Bank, helping you grow. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Are you or someone you care for downsizing or moving to town but need affordable housing? Prairie Hill Senior Townhomes in Syracuse could be your home. 2-bed, 1-bath, covered porch, and attached garage, all on one level. Appliances, including stackable washer-dryer provided. Best of all, maintenance, lawn care, and snow removal are done for you. Ask about 19 and up 1-bid housing at Westview Manor Apartments. Contact Syracuse Housing Authority for income qualifications. They offer an equal housing opportunity.
Big Apple News Radio presents Peru State Basketball. Brought to you by
Douglas Tire, B. Harzen Agency, Inc., Brent Harzen, American Family Agent, Moser's U-Save Pharmacy, Strigo's Southside Body Shop, and Arbor Bank.
Now, let's send you to our Big Apple Sports Crew with the live call of Bobcat Basketball on Big Apple News Radio.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Colton Spearman here, bringing you exciting NAIA basketball action. 29-26. Benedictine on top of the Peru State Bobcats as we start the second half here. Benedictine moving from left to right. The home team in their white, while Peru State in their away blue jerseys, trimmed with white. Numbers are in black. Colton Spearman here along with you again here on Big Apple Radio, 1600 AM. KNCY, glad you're joining us here Benedictine has the ball to start here, 29-26. They lead. They're moving from right to left. Peru State from right to left, Benedictine moving left to right. They have 11 on the shot clock here, inside to Rutledge. Rutledge just is an outside for a three-pointer by Zeisel. No good, rebounded by Sydney Young, who had a great start. Sydney Young, the leading scorer right now by all scorers in this game with 11. She'll dish it off to Wilkinson. Wilkinson to Howard. Nice ball movement around the perimeter to Young into the corner. She dishes that inside to Madrid. Madrid back outside to Young in the corner. Young up top now to Wilkinson. Wilkinson tries to put a move. She comes in. Nice backdoor pass to Madrid. Madrid tries to save the ball, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be Benedictine ball. We are here live in the Ralph Nolan Gymnasium. 19 minutes to go here in the game. Old style gym with a new look. Looks really cool. It's hard to explain, but what a gym it is. Benedictine on the score. There's a fake shot by Reed. Reed went in. She nails the shot for two. 31-26 now the score, and she'll head to the line for the and one. The three-point play the old-fashioned way. First team foul this second half for Peru State, as we'll have a timeout by Peru State. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take a break here on Big Apple Radio already. We'll be right back. 31-26 your score. Benedictine on top of Peru State.
It happened to you. You met a deer, and we're not talking your sweetheart. Now your front end is damaged. Where do you take your vehicle for a makeover? Take it to Strigo's Southside Body Shop in Auburn. Whether you hit a deer or your sweetheart hit the neighbor's car or you got a broken windshield, the ASA certified technicians at Strigo's can have your vehicle looking like new in no time. With computer match paint and a state-of-the-art paint booth, no one will ever know you were in a wreck. See Strigo's Southside Body Shop in Auburn for all your car body repair work.
Now, back to more Peru State sports on Big Apple News Radio.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 19 minutes to go in this game. Colton Spearman alongside with you. Glad to be here with you. It's been quite the exciting action here. NAI Division I women's basketball, Benedictine and Peru State. 31-26, the home team. The Ravens of Benedictine on top of Peru State. 5-point game. It's been a crazy one. Peru State has had the lead. They had an 11-4 lead to start the game off. Since then, Benedictine found their way back into this one, and it's been back and forth ever since. Going into the break, into the timeout, Zeisel went up for the shot, and she was fouled. She nailed the bucket, so she goes and one. So she's going to try and make the three-point play the old-fashioned way here. 31-26, her shot's up, and it is good. She gets the three-point play. 32-26 now your score, as Peru State's in a full-court press. Wilkinson, she brings it across the timeline, moving right to left for the Bobcats. Gives it to Hess. Hess tries to go inside, stolen away, though, by Zeisel. Zeisel's going to give it off here to Reed. Reed to Taft. Taft to Rutledge. Rutledge dishes it inside to Zeisel. Zeisel up and off the glass and in. Zeisel gets two, 34-26. That is Zeisel's 10th point now here tonight. That's going to be a foul on the other side by Benedictine, their first personal of this half. Fouls on number 33, Jade Reed. That's Reed's second personal. Again, team first in this half as Hess nails those two. 34-29 now with 18:30 to go. Peru State also in the full court press. Stolen away there by Madrid on the pass. They are picked off. She'll dish it off to Wilkinson. Wilkinson with the ball now for Peru State. Gives it off to Hess. Hess, top left side of the key. She comes inside to Harwood. Harwood puts it up on the right side. She's fouled, and she'll head to the line. Foul's going to be Benedictine's second. It's going to be Shayla Rutledge, her third personal foul. Again, team second here against Benedictine. So, hey, Harwood goes to the line to shoot two. She right now is her first is off the mark. Stepping back in is Kloster. Coming in for Rutledge. Mercer, number 40 coming in for Rutledge. Harwood from the charity stripe. She nails that one. She's 3 for 6 now. 50%. 34-31. It's a three-point game. Peru State's in a full court press. 18-13 to go in this game here. Bringing the ball down across the timeline is Zeisel for Benedictine. She's double teamed. She needs to do something here. She does. She gets it off to Kramer. Kramer is guarded by Madrid. She'll back off. Peru State in the man-to-man. Working the perimeter. Ravens trying to find something. 7 to the shot clock. 6. 5 to shoot. 4. Here's Taft. She puts up the shot. That's off the front of the rim. Nothing too much behind it, but it's going to be picked up by Kramer. Kramer on the rebound. Gets it to Mercer. Mercer's shot on the baseline. No good. Goes back up is Reed. Reed got the rebound. Puts it back up and in. 36 to 31. Reed. She gets her 11th point of the night here. Wilkinson for Peru State down on the other side. She dishes it off to the far corner to Young. Young inside to Harwood. Harwood goes up. No foul there. They got all ball, but last to touch was the Ravens as she touched the ball, swatted it away. Goes out of bounds. Peru State inbound on the baseline with 15 seconds on the shot clock. 17-21 in the game. 36 to 31. Ravens with a slight lead over the Peru State Bobcats. The inbound there is to Hess. Hess gets it and drives it automatically. She gives it off to Harwood, though, who's open. Harwood takes it up, and she's fouled, so she'll head to the line again. Fouls it on number 40, Caitlin Mercer. Her first personal team foul, number 3 for Benedictine here already in the second half. They need to be careful not to foul. As Harwood is going to go to the line to shoot 2. She has 6 points right now and 6 rebounds. First shot is up, no good. No subs. 17-17 left in the game, 36-31. Men's game will be after this one. Encourage you to stay tuned here for that one. Harwood's second shot is up. That one is also no good off the mark, so still 36-31 game here. Coming down here now is Zeisel. Zeisel dishes it off to Mercer at the top of the key. Mercer guarded heavily. She dishes it down to Kramer. Kramer still has the ball. She's going to find up Taft. Taft at the top. She dishes it down to Reed. Reed in the bottom right side outside of the arc. She fakes a shot. She drives in. Dishes it back outside to Zeiler. Zeiler up and good. The jumper is good for Zeisel. She gets 2 points, and now she has 12. And now she's the leading scorer in this game. 38-31, 7-point lead for the Ravens. Here's Wilkinson. She'll dish it off to Madrid. Madrid to Hess. Hess outside of the arc. Bottom of the key. She'll find Madrid. Madrid takes the long jumper, but that's good. Count it for Madrid. Her 4th point of the night, 38-33. 5-point lead for the Ravens. Ravens bring the ball down across the timeline. It's Taft for the ball. She rolls off of a pick from Reed. She puts it up on the right side. No good. It's going to be rebounded by Harwood. She dumps it off to Wilkinson, who's guarded heavily by Taft on the full court press. She dumps it off to Young. Young, wide open 3. She nailed him before. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded there by Peru State. And there's Madrid again. She puts it up and in. Brittany Harwood there. Shelby Hess, third time's a charm. Missed the basket there. 38-35. It's a 3-point game. 15:50 to go here in this second half. Benedictine, she thought about it. Kramer with a wide open look. Mercer now outside of the arc, guarded by Madrid. They'll dump it off to Zeisel. Zeisel on top of the arc. She drives in. She dumps it inside to Mercer. Nice pass. Beautiful there. She gets a nice assist. She went up and over Harwood. Gets it to Mercer. Mercer puts it up 40-35. It's a 5-point affair. Wilkinson with the ball as Benedictine's about to get 3 subs in. Next dead ball. Wilkinson for Peru State. She drives into the left side of the lane. She stops. She dishes it back out to Young outside of the arc. Young drives into the middle, but then she dishes it out to Hess. Hess with a big fake, but then she puts it up for 3 on the mark, but it was no good. Couldn't sink the shot as Benedictine on the fast break is coming up, and there's going to be a foul on Benedictine. Oh, it'll be on Peru State, Shouts on Shelby Hess. First personal, team second here in this second half as we get 3 subs. Villegas, Padula, and Rich coming in for Benedictine in place of Zeisel, Reed, and Taft. So inbounding now, here is Rich. Rich inbounds to Kramer. Kramer will find Padula. Padula inside to Mercer. Mercer long 2. Front of the rim, no good as it bounces a couple times. It's going to be rebounded by Breek, who subbed in for Peru State. Breek finds Wilkinson. Wilkinson dims it off to Breek again. The top left side of the arc. She's going to roll to the top right side. She gives it to Wilkerson on the top left side of the arc. She's going to drive into the left side of the lane. She's in the paint. She's moving around. She dumps it outside to Shelby Young for a long three. That was on the mark, but again, couldn't fall. 40-35 still your score as Padula gets the rebound for Benedictine. Padula goes up and in, no good. Rebounded by Madrid. She'll dump it off to Wilkinson, who's pushing really fastly. She has Padula coming up behind her. She secures the ball nicely. She still has it. She goes up on her own. She takes it court to court. What a beautiful move by Wilkinson. Wilkinson, her fourth point. 40-37 your score now. Benedictine on top, still the 3-point lead. There's going to be a timeout on the floor. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take another break here on Big Apple Radio. 40-37 your score. Benedictine with a 3-point lead.
Burr Farms Machinery would like to wish you and your family a great holiday season and thank you for the opportunity to do business with you. We strive to provide you with a large variety of quality, well-maintained rental equipment that allows you to do jobs faster and, above all, safely, allowing you extra time with your family and friends during the holidays and throughout all 4 seasons. Burr Farms Machinery, west of Dunbar on Highway 2. Season's greetings from all of us to you.
Bobcat basketball on Big Apple News Radio.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Colton Spearman here. We're live at Ralph Nolan Gym for this one between Benedictine and Peru State. 40-37 is the score. Benedictine with the slight lead here. We have 14 minutes and 2 seconds to go in this game. Following this game will be the men's game. Men will tip off at 7:30 or 30 minutes after the end of this game. If this game goes any longer, if this game goes any further past 7, let's say this game ends at 7:10, the men's game will tip off at 7:40. That or either 7:30 or 30 minutes after, so stick around for that one as well. 40-37, Benedictine with the lead as they'll inbound the ball to Padula for the Ravens. She'll bring it across the timeline. She's guarded by Breek for the Bobcats. She finds Rutledge. Rutledge will find Villegas. Villegas inside to Rutledge. It's almost going to be stolen away by Madrid, but Madrid couldn't get her hand on it for Peru State, so it'll be a Benedictine ball as Madrid knocked it out of bounds. It'll be a baseline inbound for Padula. They have 14 seconds on the shot clock. 13:46 to go. Padula, she'll find Kramer on the corner. Kramer up top. Back to Padula in the corner. Padula, baseline drive. She's going to go up, and she finds Villega for a wide open three. There's a 3 shot off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Breek, who takes the ball really quickly across the timeline. She's charging down left side of the lane. She goes up on her own. She gets swatted, but it'll be swatted away by Benedictine. It'll be out of bounds. Peru State ball on their baseline. 13:27. Still a 3-point game. 40-37. Wilkinson doing the baselining inbound for the Bobcats. She still has some time. She'll inbound it to Sydney Young, who makes the jump to make the catch. Left side, baseline, outside of the arc. Brings it to the top of the key. Here's Breek. Breek dishes it to Wilkinson to the top of the key. She drops inside to the right lane. She goes up, finger roll. Yes, count it. 2 points for her. 49-39. It's a 1-point game now. Benedictine with the 1-point lead. Wilkinson, her 6th point now of the night. She has 6 points and 1 rebound. Down on the other side here. Villegas dishes it to Kramer. That shot up, no good. It's going to be jump ball as Villegas and Wilkinson were fighting for the rebound. Possession arrow is to Peru State, so they'll retain possession. A very frustrated Wilkinson fighting for that ball there. Sydney Wilkinson, the 5'2 junior guard. She has 6 points right now. Hess has 7. Breek has 5. Young has 11. And Madrid has 4. Leading scorer in this game, though, right now is Zeisel with 12 for Benedictine. The other number 12, Wilkinson, will bring it down the court for Peru State. She'll dump it off to Young, who dumps it off to Hess, top of the key. Hess driving inside. She's in the paint, center of the paint. She goes up. She put the ball up and hit the top of the rim, and that means it's an out of bounds. So Benedictine will take over as the Ravens get set to make a couple inbounds. Getting ready to come in here is Cluster. I know Padula She makes the pass over to Kramer. Kramer inside to Valega. Valega goes across court pass here to Rich. Rich jumping in. She dumps it back out to Padula. Padula, left side of the lane. She steps back, takes a long two. That one up off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Rutledge. Rutledge tries to goes up, but she's going to get fouled by Breek. Breek will get her first personal foul. It'll be team third for Peru State here in the second half. Subbing back in is Cluster for Benedictine, as well as Zeisel, who is the leading scorer here so far. Baseline inbound for Benedictine. It'll be Padula to Cluster, back to Padula, back to Cluster at the top of the key. A long three-pointer somewhere from Missouri. It's no good, though. It'll be picked up by Villegas. Villegas went up with it, no good. It'll be a foul on Hayward. It'll be Hayward's second. Brittany Harward her second, and so be a baseline in mind for Benedictine, as that's Peru State's fourth team foul. But man, Zeisel took a shot. Literally, we're in Kansas. She took it from Missouri. That's how far back she was. As Rutledge tries to put it up twice, no good. Rebounded by Harward. Wilkinson now with the ball for Peru State, bringing it across the timeline. 1 point lead for Benedictine. It's 40-39. 11:40 to go in this game. Peru State down by one. Here's Breek. Breek goes up the left side of the lane. She puts it up. No good. It's going to be rebounded by Hess, but there's a foul on the floor. It's going to be on Benedictine. Foul's going to be on number 30 at Ziesel, her first personal, team foul number 4 for the Ravens. So it'll be a baseline inbound. Wilkerson doing the inbounding for Peru State. She'll find Bleak. She goes inside to Harward. Harward gets it knocked away. The ball on the ground picked up by Wilkinson, though, for Peru State. 24 on the shot clock. She goes up. She dishes it out to Sydney Young. Wide open. Sydney Young, the 10-foot jumper, will go. And Peru State now takes their first lead since about 10 minutes in the first half, 41-40. Bobcats with the 1 point lead. Here's Cluster down on the other side. She's on the baseline. Nice defense by Sydney Young. And that's the 5-second call, and it'll be a turnover. Peru State ball. They have an opportunity here. But one of the refs is saying that Benedictine got the timeout. Okay, so we have two refs saying that it's a baseline inbound. Another ref that said Benedictine got. These three refs are not on target right now. They went into a timeout anyway, as the head official said that they did in fact call timeout. There's another official that said it was a foul, and he's still pointing down here, so they're having a meeting. But we are in a timeout. 11:07 to go in this game. 41-40, your score. Peru State back in front for the first time here the second half. They had the lead in the first half until about 10 minutes to go, in which time Benedictine took over, and they went up by 5. They didn't look back until just now. 11:06. 41-40, Peru State with the slight lead over the Ravens here in Ralph Nolan Gymnasium here in Atchison, Kansas. About a 2-hour bus ride south of Peru State. Watched Elf on the way down on the bus ride. It was a nice little trip, as we'll inbound it here. Inbounded to Zeisel. Zeisel to Padula. Padula to Cluster. Back to Padula. 7 seconds on the shot clock. She's at the top of the arc. Padula with a long three. Count it! What a three-pointer! Nice three-point shot there by Claire Padula. 43-41 now. Benedictine back on top by 2. 10:40 to go in this game. Colton Spearman alongside you here on Big Apple Radio, 1600 AM KNCY. What an exciting women's basketball game we've had here. Peru State Benedictine. Here's Shelby Hess for Peru State. Comes into the paint. She drives. She misses, but she gets her own rebound. She'll dump it back out to Wilkerson, who drives into the paint. She dishes it back up to Hess. Hess, a long three, wide open, off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Benedictine. Picked up by Padula. She'll dump it off to Cluster. Gives it back to Padula, who finds Rutledge. Rutledge then dumps it down to the corner to Zeisel. Zeisel back up to Padula for 3, and she nails another 3. 46-41. Padula now has been on fire, and there's going to be a full timeout by Peru State, but we'll keep it right here with 10 minutes exactly. 46-41, and how about that? Padula coming out now. She had 1 point. She nails 2 3-pointers in a row, so it is 7 points for her. 46 to 41 right now. She has 10 points, Padula does, for the Ravens. Leading scorer still right now is Zeisel for for the Ravens with 12. On the other side, Sydney Young with 13. So Sydney Young leads all scorers with 13 points. Here on the beautiful campus of Benedictine College. It's been a fun one here so far. We're 3/4 done with this game. 10 minutes to go in the second half. Quite the exciting when Peru State just took a lead again, but then gave it right back up, and Benedictine is right back out in front again, 46-41. Rebounding leader here tonight. It's tied 8 rebounds apiece for Harvard and Rutledge. Rutledge has 7 points. She's 2 rebounds and 3 points away from a double-double. For Peru State, Brittany Harvard is 2 rebounds and 4 points away from a double-double. But Sydney Young right now leading all scorers with 13 points as we're done with that timeout. 46-41, your score again. Peru State down by 5. Shelby Hess will be doing the inbounding to Wilkinson. Sydney Wilkinson, the 5'2 junior guard, will take it across the timeline. She dishes it to Breek. Breek to Hess. Over to Wilkinson. Wilkinson, baseline drive. She'll dump it back out to Harvard. Back out to Wilkinson on top of the key. Wilkinson, she plays around 10. There's the shot, no good. Rebounded by Padula for Benedictine. Padula taking it coast to coast behind the back. Up, no good. Rebounded by Sydney Young, who knocks it away to Harvard. She brings it down across the timeline now, and it's going to be Breek with the ball, who gets the ball for Peru State. 9:20 to go, 46-41 your score. Benedictine up by 5. Wilkinson for Peru State has the ball. She drives to the right side of the lane, wide open there, finger roll, count it, good. 46-43 now. Peru State pulls within 3 points here with 9 to go. Off of that 2-pointer by Wilkinson. Here's Cluster to Rutledge. Rutledge inside to Valega. Valega up and in off the glass. That's Villegas' first basket of the night here to put Benedictine back on top, 48-43. They have a 5-point lead. Wilkinson, she drives in, finds a wide open Sydney Young. Sydney Young drives in herself. She's up and in as well. Sydney Young now 15 points for her, 48-45 with 8:30 going. As the next dead ball, we're going to have a lot of time. We're going to have 3 subs by Benedictine, 1 for Peru State. 8:30 and counting, 3-point lead for Benedictine. Here's Zeisel, leading scorer for the Ravens. This is it, Padula inside to Villegas. Villegas up, no good. Rebounded though by Rutledge. Rutledge goes up, she can't get it. She gets her own rebound, takes it up again, no good. She gets her second rebound again. She's going to go up a third time, and no good a third time, but this time rebounded by Villegas. Villegas finally puts it in for 2, 50-45. 8 minutes to go. Peru State down by 5. And there's a long pass from Wilkinson over to the corner to Hess, and there is a timeout by Peru State. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take a break here as well. We'll be right back here on Big Apple Radio, 50-45. Benedictine with the lead with 7:57 to go in this game.
Your little ones grow up fast, and college will be here before you know it. A knowledgeable financial advisor can help make sure you're financially prepared for this important milestone. To learn more about college savings alternatives, call Raymond James Financial Advisor David LeGrand at 402-873-7477. That's 402-873-7477. Located at 1720 South 11th Street, Nebraska City. Raymond James Financial Services. Member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
Bobcat Sports, Big Apple News Radio.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Colton Spearman here on the call. The Ravens and the Bobcats. Peru State Bobcats on the road here in Ralph Nolan Gymnasium in Atchison, Kansas. Atchison, Kansas, right along the border. The score right now, by the way, 50-45. Benedictine with the 5-point lead, 7:57 to go in this game. We are in Atchison, Kansas, home with Benedictine Ravens, Ralph Nolan Gym, but Atchison, Kansas, right alongside the border, about 30 miles outside of Kansas City. The most haunted town in Kansas. Also home to Amelia Earhart. We actually drove by her birthplace on the ride in. I was able to come out here one other time when I was filling in for Doc for the football game this year. It was quite fun. I always find it weird, though, that we're in the most haunted place in Kansas, and also the fact that Amelia Earhart came here from Atchison, Kansas. Her birthplace literally right down the street from the college, about, maybe 4 blocks We'll take things over here, though. 7:57, Peru State with the inbound. They have 22 on the shot clock. Wilkinson inbounds to Sydney Young. She'll give it back to Wilkinson at the top of the key. Colton Spearman alongside you here, 50-45. Benedictine with the 5-point lead over the Bobcats. Wilkinson, she pulls up for the 25-footer. That one off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Benedictine, specifically Taft. Taft subs back into the game. She has the ball at the top of the key. Dishes it to Rich, who subs also back in. Rich, corner. She baseline drive. She'll dish it off to Rutledge. Rutledge open for the 20-footer. That one is good. 52-45, 7-point lead. The biggest lead in the game for Benedictine here thus far. 52-45, 17-15 here now to go. Again, stay alongside us here. At the end of this game, we'll have a quick post-game show, and then 30 minutes at the end of this game, the men's game will take over, and I'll be on the call for that one as well. 7 minutes here, though. 10 on the shot clock. Hess holds the ball for Peru State, top of the key. She tries to go inside to Madrid. Goes over her head out of bounds. It'll be Benedictine ball as that's a turnover. Harward is going to sub back in for Peru State in place of Lori. Harward comes back in here with 6 points, 8 rebounds. 2 more baskets and 2 more rebounds for her, and she has herself a double-double. On the inbound, Reed. She'll push it forward to Rutledge as they cross the timeline. Rutledge, though, is going to be guarded heavily by Sydney Young. Back to Rutledge. Rutledge takes the shot, a long shot, no good. Rebounded by Harward. There's her one. She needs one more rebound to get 10. Hands it off to Wilkinson. Brings it across the timeline. Wilkinson now. She steps back and she starts to orchestrate her offense here for Peru State. Dumps it down to the corner to Young. Young back up top to Madrid. Madrid over to the left side of the key to Wilkinson. Wilkinson pulls back for the jumper. That one off the mark, no good. Rebounded though by Harward. And there's her 10th rebound there. Harward dumps it off to Young. Young, nice spin move as she goes up and in. And Young now with 17 points. 52-47, 5-point game again. Benedictine on top by 5. Taft to Padula. Inside to Rutledge. Rutledge up and in, and she gets him back to 7. That's Rutledge's 11th point here of the night. 54-47, 5:55 to go. Wilkinson across the timeline. Their pass almost knocked away there by Rich. She knocked it out of bounds. It'll be Peru State ball. So back end, number 25, Jordan Kramer for Benedictine in place of Jordan Cluster. And also come back in, number 5, Heather Breek. She'll come in place of Shelby Hess. There's Wilkinson outside the arc on the left side with 5:30 to go in this game. Young, nice ball moving along the perimeter. Inside, knocked away though by Benedictine. Specifically, that was Reed. Taft has the ball for the Ravens. She's on top of the arc. This is it to the right side of the arc, over to the bottom of the arc to Zeisel. Zeisel makes a nice move, comes inside, puts it up with her left hand. It's good off the glass. 56-47 now, a 9-point lead for the Ravens, and Coach Albury will call timeout to try and stop the bleeding. It'll be a full timeout, but we'll stay right here. 5:13, 56-47. Again, thank you so much for tuning in here to this game on Big Apple Radio, 1600 AM, KNCY, 107.7 in Plattsmouth, and 105.5 in Nebraska City. Really appreciate you coming in here to this one. An exciting game so far. Peru State and Benedictine. 47 points for Peru State, 54 for Benedictine right now. Your leading scorer in this game, Sydney Young for Peru State. Helps that she had those 11 points to start the game off, as she was 3 for 3 from beyond the arc and 4 for 4 total for field goals to start the game off. Bench points, 5 points off the bench for Peru State, 20 points off the bench for Benedictine. However, that's mostly because Peru State has only had 3 bench players come in, while Benedictine has a very deep roster. They've had 6 players come off the bench. They play 11 total, while Peru State only playing 8. That might be starting to show a little bit here, as Peru State showing the slightest signs of fatigue, because they're down by 9 right now with 5:13 to go in this game. At the end of this one, 30 minutes after, we'll have the men's game on Big Apple Radio here. So Peru State inbounding here. Here's Breek. She'll inbound it to Wilkinson, who's guarded by Rich. Half-court press. She's double-teamed now, though, with Taft, too. She gets it off to Sydney Young. Young to Breek. Breek's going to drive inside the lane. She goes in. She drives, puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Benedictine. It's Kramer on the rebound. She dishes it down to Rich. But Rich is going to travel on that one, so it'll be a turnover for Peru State. Has a chance to pull within a couple here. Shelby Hess is going to shove back in for Peru State in place of Madrid. Madrid will take a seat. She has 2 rebounds and 4 points. However, again, the leading scorer is Young with 17 points, 4 rebounds. Wilkerson has the ball for Peru State. She'll give it to Breek. 4:45 to go now. Breek to Wilkinson. Wilkinson drives inside, dishes it back out to Breek. Breek, a wide open 3, no good off the rim. It'll be rebounded by Kramer. Kramer gives it off to Taft here, 4:30 to go. Taft gets it to Rich. Rich back to Taft on the top of the arc. She'll dish it off to Rich. Rich inside to Rutledge. Rutledge goes up and she gets the basket. It's Rutledge's 13 points. She has a double-double, 10 rebounds and 13 points. She did get 3 rebounds off of her own misses. As she gets a steal there. She almost went out of bounds. Tried to throw it off a Peru State player, and she did. Successful. Nice steal for her as we're going to have a sub in for the Ravens. Subbing back in will be Zeisel in place of Rich. Zeisel subs into this game with 12 points for the Ravens. As they're having a struggle to inbound it, they finally do inbound it. They had a couple seconds left before the 10-second violation. Kramer pushes it forward to Taft. Taft quickly pushes it forward to Reed. Reed, cross-court pass. Gets it to Zeisel, but that's going to be blocked by Harward. She got all ball there as she passes it forward to Wilkinson really quickly. Just under 4 minutes, 3:50 to go in this game. Wilkinson inside to Harward. In the paint, she dishes it off to Hess. Hess goes up. No good off the rim. Going to be rebounded by Zeisel. Zeisel dishes it off to Taft. 58-47 your score. It's a 9-point game. 11-point game, excuse me. Benedictine up by 11 with 3:30 to go. The biggest lead of this game. That 3 is up and good by Reed. So now it's it's 61-47. It's a 14-point game. You'd really hate to see Peru State giving up this late as they were playing the whole game. Sydney Young gets it up top to Breek. Corner now to Wilkinson. Wilkinson takes the long jumper. She pulls up there off the back of the iron. No good. It almost looks like Peru State's starting to try and force things now with 3 minutes to go. They're down 14. They know they need to hurry. Here's Jackie Zeisel with the ball. She'll hand it off to Taft. Taft tries to put a move on. No good, though, as Peru State in a tight man-to-man. Inside to Rutledge. Rutledge guarded by Harward. She takes it up, and it's going to rim in. So she gets the basket, 63-47, and now it's a pretty big lead here. 16 points separate these two teams. 47-63. Wilkinson with the ball, 2:30 to go. This one's starting to get a little bit out of hand for Peru State. Breek in the corner. She'll take the baseline drive. She takes it up, and that one no good off the mark. It's going to be rebounded by Reed. Reed off to Zeisel. Zeisel crosses it back to Reed on top of the arc. And they'll give it to Taft, and now they'll start to kind of kill some clock here. 2:10 to go. They're up by 16. Coach Albury just looking on. Discontent on her face, but nice block there by Harward. She's going to block it. It's going to be picked off by Wilkinson. Wilkinson takes it down across the court for Peru State. She dumps it inside to Harward. Harward goes up. She gets the block, and she gets the point. As Harward puts that one up, that is Harward's 8th point now. She's 1 basket shy of a double-double. She has 11 rebounds and 8 points. Taft for Benedictine will bring it across the timeline as Benedictine will take a timeout with 1:44. It's a full timeout, so we'll take another timeout here on Big Apple Radio when we return. Your final action here for the women's basketball game. Score 63-49. Benedictine on top of Peru State.
At American National Bank, they incorporate the values that made this country great. Hard work, dedication, character, and community support in everything they do. They believe that the people they serve are more than just customers. They're our friends and neighbors, the very fabric of the community we serve. And they take great pride in helping them reach their dreams. It's the way they've been doing business for over a century. It's the American way. American National Bank. www.anbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
More Bobcat sports coverage is at bigapplerradio.am and on the Big Apple Radio app.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 1:44 left in this game as we're just about to end this timeout. Following the end of this game, 30 minutes after this game comes to a close, we'll have the men's tip-off. But right now, it's 63-49. Benedictine with the lead. They just went on a huge drive, scoring about 8 points in a row, an 8-0 drive for them. Puts them up by 14 now. They were up by 6. And now, thanks to this huge drive, this game is pretty much out of reach for Peru State at this point. Stranger things have happened. 63-49 with a minute 44 to go in this game. 14-point lead for Benedictine as they're going to try and just play a void now as that pass comes to Taff. It's lobbed in. She finally brings it across the timeline. She has 15 on the shot clock. She'll dump it off to Zeisel. Zeisel to Reed. Reed to Taff. 9 on the shot clock. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 to go. Taff in the corner. She takes it up. She dishes it out. And that's going to be blocked by Peru State. That's going to be a shot clock violation, though, by Mercer, who subbed in. And then so Peru State will inbound it with a minute 18. But this one, pretty much all but over. 63-49 your score with a minute 15 and counting. Wilkinson on the inbound by Breek. Wilkinson, she tries to put a move on her, dumps it off to Hess. Hess puts up the 3, almost in. It was on the mark. It almost bounced in, but took a bad bounce at the end, and it rimmed out. Minute to go. 63-49 as Benedictine has the ball. Taft brings it down. She looks in no hurry whatsoever. 20 on the shot clock, 50 on the game clock. Here's Kramer. Kramer back up to Taft, and they are just playing the avoid offense right now. Inside to Villegas. Villegas goes up under the basket, and they're moving it around. Kramer finally takes the shot for 3, and it's good. Talk about a dagger in the heart for Peru State. That three-pointer made by Kramer. 66-49, 17-point lead here for Benedictine as they just pulled away in these last 5 minutes. 30 seconds to go as Wilkinson puts up the shot. No good. Be rebounded by Taft. The shot clock is dead as we have 22 seconds to go. Peru State still playing very hard defense. 20 seconds now. But Benedictine is going to run this clock out. 13, 12, 11, 10 as Taft has the ball. This one is going to come to an end as Peru State lets this one go in the last 5 minutes of the game. They drop to 1-6 on the year, while Benedictine improves now on the year. They improve to 6-4 overall as that's going to do it. Your score is 66-49. We'll take a break. We'll be right back to look how this one came about. We'll be right back on Big Apple Radio.
You drive a car, you own a home, and you need insurance on both. So why not see if you can save money in the process? I'm Brent Harson of the B. Harson Agency. When you insure both your home and auto with American Family Insurance, you may qualify for a substantial money-saving discount. Interested? Call me, Brent Harson, at the B. Harson Agency today at 402-269-3392.
Have you been hurt or embarrassed by a drinker's behavior? Do you tell lies to cover up for someone else's drinking? Are plans frequently upset or canceled, or meals delayed because of the drinker? You are not alone. Al-Anon family groups are for relatives and friends who have been affected by a loved one's drinking. There are over 15,000 Al-Anon family groups that meet every week throughout the U.S. and Canada. People who have been in the same situations and felt the same frustration, disappointment, and embarrassment will share what works for them. There is hope for anyone who has been affected by someone else's drinking. Are you troubled by someone else's drinking? You might be surprised at what you could learn in an Al-Anon family group from people just like you. For more information, go to alanon.org or call 1-888-4AL-ANON to find an Al-Anon meeting near you.
Trailers for sale or rent. Okay, I may not know a lot about singing, but I do know about trailers for sale or rent. Hi folks, this is Larry Wickhorst with Workhorse Manufacturing and Truck Sales. We're excited to announce our expansion and move into our new location inside the Nebraska City Mall. Stop by and check out our inventory of pickups, steel and aluminum flatbeds, enclosed cargo and equipment trailers, and pickup and trailer accessories. We also have many new trailers and pickups coming soon. We're still offering the same quality of service for all your trailer repair needs, and don't forget we rent trailers too. You can also check us out online at workhorse.com.
there's a whole new way to go Gator. Meet the sleek Midnight Black Special Edition Gator RSX 850i and XUV 825i from John Deere. They blend into the shadows and move like a coming storm. Inventory is limited, so these Gators will be gone soon. Get to your John Deere dealer today. Availability limited to participating dealers. See dealer for details.
Try out the Gator Special Edition at Studite Implement in Syracuse off Highway 50 north of 2, or the Studite Implement near Auburn on Highway 75.
Are you ready for something new? Ready to sit back, relax, and catch the game? Looking for someplace to wow out someone special? Well, it's here. Your Plattsmouth Hy-Vee Mark Cafe is open and ready to serve your taste buds of something delicious. Stop by and check out our mouth-watering breakfast menu made to order starting every day at 6 a.m. Or swing in and check out our gourmet burgers, fresh out-of-the-oven, flatbread pizza, or any of our other out-of-this-world menu items. Don't miss out on brunch every Sunday morning from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. or our smoked prime rib every Saturday night. Don't stop there. After you eat, head into our brand new store and experience the Hy-Vee difference. We are at your service and ready to assist you with anything you may need. Check out our full-service deli with international cheesecakes with selections from all over the world. Grab some fresh muffins or cookies from our state-of-the-art bakery, where we stand ready to help you with all your cake decorating needs. Stop on by your Plattsmouth Hy-Vee, located 16418 Westside Drive, or call us 402-298-7600.
Big Apple News Radio presents Peru State Basketball. Brought to you by
Cody's You Save Pharmacy, Burr Farms Machinery, LeGrand Financial, Brown Shoe Fit, and Syracuse Lumber.
Now, let's send you to our Big Apple Sports Crew with the live call of Bobcat Basketball on Big Apple
Big
News
Apple Radio, KNCY, Nebraska City, KIMI, Malvern, Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here at the end of this one as the women's basketball team, Peru State, loses what was a close game, but then ended up not being so, 66-49 the final. It was 5 minutes. It was a 5-point game with 5 minutes to go, but then Benedictine went on an 8-0 drive. They pulled away, never looked back, 66-49 the final. Let's go over some of the final stats for you. As a team-wise, Peru State shoots 36% from the field, knocking down 21 of 58. Benedictine 41%, knocking down 28 of 67. From beyond the arc, Peru State only made 4 of 17. That's 23%, while Benedictine was 27%, 5 of 18. Rebounding-wise, Peru State gets out-rebounded by Bregnet 43-37. Individually, leading scorer in the game was Shelby Young for Peru State. She had 17 points. Reed was the leading scorer for Benedictine. She had 16. Rebounding-wise, Rutledge, 11 rebounds. Hayward for Peru State, also 11 rebounds. Wilkinson had 7 assists, and Taff had 5 for Benedictine. Off the bench, 20 points off the bench for Benedictine, 5 points off the bench for Peru State. 30 points in the paint for Benedictine compared to 26 for Peru State. 10 points off the second chance for both teams, and then 10 points off the turnover for Peru State. 15 points off the turnover for Benedictine. Individually, against Sydney Young, 17 points for Peru State. 8 points for Brittany Harwood and Sydney Wilkinson. 7 points for Shelby Hess. 5 points for Heather Breek. 4 points for Brianna Madern. For the winning Benedictine Ravens, 10 points for Claire Padula. 12 points for Jackie Zeisel. 16 points for Jade Reed. And actually walking away with a double-double, Shayla Rutledge, 15 points for her and 11 rebounds. Peru State up next for them. They fall now to 1-6 overall. They'll next be taking on Evangel. That'll be on Saturday at home. That's going to be an exciting game there. That's going to do it for us, though, for this one. Stay tuned as we'll have some music, and then coming up we'll have the men's game in just about 6 or 7 minutes here or so stick around here. But for this women's game, signing off for right now for Gio back in the Nebraska City studio. Thank you so much for tuning in to this one. Again, your final score from Atchison, Peru State 49, Benedictine 66. We'll be back with the men's game here sooner than later on Big Apple Radio.
All right, Colton, thank you so much. Again, your final score this afternoon and this evening, it was the Peru State women taking the loss as they get beat by Benedictine College by a score of 66-49. Again, 66-49, Benedictine College. The Lady Ravens get the win over the Peru State College Lady Bobcats. Lady Bobcats dropped to 1-6 with the loss, and Benedictine, the Lady Ravens, improved to 6-4 with the win. It is now 7:08 here at Big Apple News Radio. Right now, let's get you caught up on your weather forecast.
Big Apple News Radio Weather Eye Weather Forecast.
I'm meteorologist Laura Lockwood from the Weather Eye Weather Center for Big Apple News Radio. Mainly cloudy tonight. Areas of fog, low near 32. Lots of clouds on Friday. Areas of rain, high 46. Friday night, cloudy, low near 27. Lots of sunshine on Saturday, high near 40. Saturday night, increasing clouds, low near 28. Cloudy on Sunday, slight chance of rain, high near 44. That's the forecast on Big Apple News Radio. Right now it's 32 degrees.
For weather information, log on to BigAppleRadio.am.
7:09 here at Big Apple News Radio. Thanks for tuning in tonight to listen to Peru State College Bobcat and Lady Bobcat basketball here on Big Apple News Radio. We are located on your dial at 95.1 in Nebraska, or I should say 95.1 in Plattsmouth, 107.7 in Plattsmouth as well, 105.5 on your FM dial in Nebraska City, and AM 1600 KNCY here in Nebraska City. It is now 7:10. Stay tuned. We got music coming up, and then we'll have the men's game. Peru State College, the men, taking on the Ravens of Benedictine College right here on Big Apple News Radio, AM 1600 and FM 105.5 here in Nebraska City.
Shop Hoagie's Gun and Sport for shooting, hunting, and fishing accessories for outdoorsmen on your Christmas list. Hoagie's has over 600 guns in stock with special pricing on the Savage Bolt Action 22 Magnum. Pew, pew, my favorite, along with your 2015 hunting and fishing license and many other in-store holiday specials. You can register to win a free Christmas gift from Hoagie yourself. Don't miss the big Christmas open house on Sunday, December 14th from 12:30 till 5:30 p.m. That's Hoagie's Gun and Sport in Auburn, Nebraska. See you there.
7:10 on Big Apple News Radio. We're going to kick things off with a little bit of John Cougar Mellencamp. This is Small Town on Big Apple News Radio. Good evening. Thanks for joining in.
Well, I was born in a small town